Good day, everyone. I'm Maria Virginia Kitan from the Philippines, and my presentation is on the application of digital literacy skills in multimodal advocacy campaign projects in purposive communication. This will be the flow of my presentation. Now let's take a look at the 21st century skills, which would include digital, global, technology, visual, and information literacy. These are actually applied in advocacy campaign projects. However, the focus of my study is on digital literacy. This can also be found in the P21 framework, especially the information, media, and technology skills. So what is an advocacy campaign? Riley and Hurley define advocacy as championing or supporting a particular viewpoint, cause, or policy. Usually, this advocacy is a project of non-government organizations. However, we can bring this to the classroom so that students become aware politically, socially, and this can be for civic engagement. In the Philippines, especially University of Baguio, we have advocacy campaigns as requirements or as projects in the course purposive communication. And these projects are related to the course or specialization of our students. What are the components of an advocacy campaign? Of course, there should be a problem and the responses, which would include strategies or solutions to the problem for the beneficiaries, and there should be campaign supporters such as organizations, and this advocacy groups should have assets and resources for them to achieve their vision and goals. These are the elements of an advocacy campaign: graphics, recorded narration, video, music, and text. For the objectives of my study, it is to determine the level of self-efficacy of the students in creating multimodal advocacy projects. Another is to identify the applicability of the digital skills in advocacy projects. And finally, to determine the rating of teachers on the advocacy projects of the students. For the theoretical and conceptual framework of my study, we have the cultivation theory, which emphasizes on the importance of media in advocacy. Another is self-efficacy theory by Bandura, which emphasizes on the confidence of the students in accomplishing a project. And of course, the P21 framework, which includes the 21st century skills and the digital skills especially. So these are the skills applied in creating advocacy campaigns, but the focus of my study is on digital skill. For the methodology of my study, I made use of the descriptive study. The population included 145 freshman students of the University of Baguio during the second semester of the school year 2021-2022. I made use of survey questionnaire on the self-efficacy on digital skills and a survey also on the applicability of identified digital skills. The teachers made use of evaluation rubrics for video, manuscript, and oral presentation. Mean and standard deviation were used to analyze the data. For the results, we can see here the level of self-efficacy of students in the digital skills. For the identified indicators here, they have high self-efficacy. These are the indicators which have the highest mean, which means that the students have confidence in creating the advocacy campaign project. There are two indicators with low self-efficacy, which are on creating a website and knowledge on a lot of video editing software. This can be improved, but other indicators have high self self-efficacy. On the extent of applicability of the digital skills in advocacy campaign project, we can see that most of the skills are applicable and some are very much applicable. For the evaluation of teachers on the advocacy video project of the students had a very good evaluation from the teachers, and they need to improve on giving credits in their video. For their oral presentation, the teachers also evaluated them as very good, especially on delivery. So for my conclusions, we can say that the participants in this study have high self-efficacy or confidence that they possess most of the skills necessary in creating advocacy videos, which is also confirmed by the evaluation of the teachers, which is very good. The students were able to apply most of the digital skills in their multimodal advocacy outputs, and these are the video advocacy project, the manuscript, and oral presentation. Now, there's a need to give further lessons on creating websites and using different video editing tools because they got low self-efficacy here. Students need to further improve on their videos by including credits or acknowledging their sources. For my recommendations, there should be lessons on creating websites for advocacy projects, and this should be discussed further in class. Teachers give the emphasis on giving credits in creating videos, and I recommend that further studies on advocacy video projects be conducted, especially those that would include other 21st century skills. Now, for sample advocacy campaign video, you can see it in this website. Thank you very much for listening.